Hey, you!
Who, me?
No. The other guy.
Oh, what are you talking about me?
Yes, you, sir! Welcome to the Nordic Archer support with me, Runosh, bringing you yet another Supreme Command the Forge Alliance Forevercast, and boy, well, I mean, that's what you're here for, right? Well, if it's not, why are you on this channel? I mean, seriously, like, what the hell?
Anyway, hello everyone, Runosh here on the Nordic Archer support, and today I got a good one for you on Theta Passage. Sorry for that introduction a little bit. I've been watching a few videos of Harry Partridge lately. If you haven't seen him, he's a YouTuber. He makes very funny animations. For example, Dr. B, Steven the Lesbian, and a lot of other crazy shit like that. But anyway, today we have a I would say it's a little bit difficult. On the global things, they were listed about 1,000 something, so you got about the average Joe kind of thing. But I sped through this, and it looks like it's quite an interesting one indeed. So then, we're gonna now go on this part here and say that this is gonna be player 1 and player 2 up here in the north. So down here though, we have Mikked going Aeon in a lovely blue first land. So it's a ladder match, that's what it looks like, at least due to the blue and red traditional colors. And up here we have murf64 going Cybran red in the first land. So that is your teams, and now we're going to plus things to speed 2. There we go. Because let's face it, in the beginning, things can get rather slow as each player tries to build up the base and expand. So in the beginning now, though, they have starting to build a factory, and we see that Mikked is putting a mass extractor or 2 mass extractors, 4 mass extractors right next to each other, and he's sending these engineers from the land factories over here and probably going to build on the hydrocarbon power plant. Up here though, we see that murf64 is now planning ahead with power generators here, and now he looks like he's going to send his commander quite forward here with 3 land factories planned. It will be having... We'll have to see if that pays off in the end. As an engineer, is now going in here to take 1 mass extractor and then build the hydrocarbon power plant. Will it send another engineer to build on it? I'm not too sure. That could be a most certainly good idea to get that hydrocarbon power plant up in time. Now we see though that Mikked seems to have the right idea here, where he sends in 2 engineers to build on the hydrocarbon power plant, and it is already up, so that will give him quite the energy boost here, and he just did it though. But now we see though that murf, I'm sorry, just a bit of a fun name here, murf. I could say murf, but murf in Norwegian is much more funny. And now murf is about to power stall, but he just in time gets enough energy so he can still be in the game. And he's starting to send out some scouts here. That's 1 mole in the field here, ready to be used, and 1 mantis scouting out ahead to go and take out these things. Gotta be able to talk here. And now we see though that there's an engineer on patrol route here to take these mass points with the stones and all that stuff. We say there's a large stone here. At least that's what it looks like. That can be reclaimed. It says at least 150 mass. Not much else openly on the map here though. But now we see a mantis is coming in and taking out this engineer in a very good job on that part. But now 2 auroras seems to be coming off the conveyor belt here, or they were at the main base. And now they're going for the mantis, but the mantis is going ahead and trying to run off straight into Mikked's armored command unit, and in 2 or 3 shots it was taken down. So Mikked is far on the south there, securing these 3 mass extractors with his commander. And so far on the expansion part of the game, it looks like murf seems to have got the better of the game here, spreading out quite a lot with a lot of engineers, mantis here and there, and now doing some hit and runs here. So early on, I would say Mikked seems to be doing quite badly here, but... Oops, that was the caps lock. Now we see that Mikked is moving with his commander over here though, but sending his commander on a patrol route, and now going to do some reclaiming here. How are we doing on the reclaim game though so far in the game? So far, Mikked has reclaimed about 800 mass, while murf has about 291 mass, or about to get into 300. So far, the eco-wise, Mikked seems to be doing better off than Murf, but that is because of all the mass points he is getting, and is constantly now building power and now getting mass storage actually, and upgrading his mass extractors. So it will be interesting to see if he plans on, for example, getting a tech or a spam due to his factories being spread out so much. But now we see though that a land factory is now being built here, while there is an air factory already being produced here for Mikked. It has a potential, if he starts producing things from that, on either getting bombers online, because Murf has not produced a single thing here when it comes to air. So if Mikked goes into the air game and tries to dominate the air, he might actually do some very successful raiding here. But now we see though that Sky Slammer and Mantis and more Mantis all over the place is now standing all over here. So I don't know, but we see though that Mikked is building a forward base here with several land factories and getting some furthers outside with some auroras. Now just going to take a little bit sip of my glass of water here. Oh, that was good. I've been outside today, and I have been, there's a market fair, the autumn market fair now in Hedeway in my hometown, and I've been having like a LARP fencing for those that want to join in on that. But before I keep going on that, now a large push is coming in from Murf, and is going down south and into the two main mexes that Mikked has here, and that will cost Mikked dearly if he cannot consolidate his forces. But now though, Murf sees that Mikked is building air, but he's getting an interceptor outlined. The scout should have just scouted first and see if he's got anything else. But now, what do we see here? We see a Tech 2 upgrade now from the land factory here for Murf. Hopefully that will pay off. But now that we see that Mikked is just standing here with his commander. The same goes with Murf, standing on the ridgeline there, or like on this down part of the map, trying to stave off all of these units coming in here and going in a single file though. So that is a bit bad, but took out the point defense here though for Murf though. So good point there of Mikked, and now Mikked is pushing on the northern side here when Murf is so far away. But now a small run by from Mantis and Sky Slammers are moving up here and back into the mass extractor here. That's a lot of units though coming in from Mikked, but it's mostly Thistles and Artillery, but some Auroras in the mix here though, so they will be able to deal with the Mantis. I'm not completely mistaken, but the Mantis are quite fast indeed. But the Aurora has the range advantage though. But now a lot of units are coming in here, and now there are Rhinos in the production here though for Murf. And some autoguns are being produced here, but I don't think they will be enough to get it online in time. Yes, Murf has the eco though, doesn't it? He has to be eco at the current moment, but now these units are trying to take out the engineers, but they got that point defense up in time, and that first initial push was a small success, I would say. But now we see a prolonged two frontal pushes here, where Murf is taking quite a lot of damage here, and if Mikked is now sending his command forward, he could actually put a lot of pressure on Murf here. There's a lot of units moving in here though, but do they have access to overcharge? Mikked doesn't have access to overcharge, but does Murf? Yes, Murf has access to overcharge, and he will be able to do quite a lot then if he gets on with the job. The push on the northern side of the map seems to be getting into a bit of a grind here, of a halt, as Murf constantly sends out forces, and now two Rhino tanks are coming in here though for Murf, and that's a lovely sight indeed. The Tech 2 land factory in the distance, as a lot of engineers trying to build a lot of things, and now a Vipe is coming off the conveyor belt as well. Now we see though that a push actually has been successful down here, going for the power generators to Mikked. So Murf's Mantises are doing a superb job here, but engineers are coming in though, but now they took a lot of damage, and even a bomber is out for Mikked, but there's a Sky Slammer there doing a little bit of damage, but that bomber will be able to take out that Mantis if I'm not mistaken. Now Mikked is trying to get land factors back up again, but there are so many Medusas firing here though that it's not really gonna help. And if I were Mikked, I would perhaps think of trying to upgrade my commander with a gun or something to try to get that up. But now we see though that Murf has got access to Tech 2 on his commander and going to build a Cerberus turret, and if he is finished, if he gets to be finished with that gun, that will do a lot of damage. But has Mikked gotten access to overcharge yet? No, he does not. He has no access to overcharge. Murf has access to overcharge, and he's using that actively. But now we see that furthers are coming in, trying to take out the Cerberus point defense turret, and now we see though I'm gonna go down to +0 again, because now things are actually starting to happen. We see though that the whole northern side has been completely obliterated, as there are corpses everywhere now, as Mikked had done very good run-bys with his early forces, but he's still just standing, building up, sending in, building up, sending in, instead of just going everywhere, so that Murf has to choose where he wants to send his units. As it is at the current moment, he can just pick and choose, since he can just send his rhinos down here. And Murf is now building more Cerberus turrets, but that's taking quite a lot of his eco, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, -45 in the economic mass rate, and only 648 mass reclaimed, while Mikked is about 2,300 mass. So he's staying in the game due to mass reclaims. So very good indeed for Mikked. And now promptly falling back with his commander. Very good indeed. If he builds a wall segment here now, he has boxed off this place, and if he does that the same thing here, he can at least hold them off until they either attack the wall or reclaim the wall. But it looks like he just wants to build mass points and then get the hell out of there, as these units now move on the northern side. And looks like they're going to do a lot of damage though. 2 land factors now being taken out by Mikked, and Murf still, he has access to T2 though, so a few rhinos will do the trick of holding them back. Now we see that on the northern side, 3 Auroras are taking out these 2 mass extractors here though. So now Murf is going down in the eco wise, but he has about 21 mass per tick, and Mikked has about 27 though now. So it has changed, it looks like it. And now it seems like a large push here with rhino tanks are coming in though from the south, but Mikked is dealing quite a lot of damage as the mantis are coming in single file here, so that Mikked will get access to quite a lot of kills on his commander. But these rhinos might be able to do a little bit of difference if they can catch up with Mikked. But as it is right now, they're only giving kills over to Mikked in my opinion. But now though, the rhinos are coming in though, dealing quite a lot of damage to Mikked. We'll have to see if that will end up actually damaging him. There's a deceiver here though, functioning as a good stealth option here for Murf. How are we doing now? Oh, we see that even... Oh, nice! I haven't really spotted that. Mikked has got access to T2 of his own, and is now pushing back Murf. Fantastic indeed, fantastic indeed. In the early stages, it looked like Murf had the initial advantage, but now it looks like Mikked has turned the game around, and this Obsidian is doing quite a lot of damage here, and some more units are coming in as well, damaging the Viper here, firing at the Obsidian. And now I would say that Murf needs to get a lot of engineers out so he can start reclaiming it, because that's a lot of... Look at all that mass in the field here. And Murf is now beginning to build several Cerberus point defenses. In my opinion, that is not perhaps the most prudent choice at the moment. He needs to get more anti-air online, as now Mikked is dominating the air and needs to stop producing Jesters. At this point, I wouldn't say that Jesters are the best choice indeed. So far this has been very well played from Mikked as well. Seems to turn the game around here, as it looked like he was very contained in the beginning, and Murf was just expanding and got early access to T2 in retrospect to Mikked. Almost said Mikkel. A name that is fairly common in Norway, I think. murf64 building more Cerberus turrets, but I don't think he should do that because his energy levels are rapidly falling, and he's planning a shield generator as well, but I don't think that is a good idea, and probably need to get something else planned online here. But now more obsidians are being produced here for Mikked, and he is just reclaiming manually all of these wrecks here, it would seem. So hats off to Mikked indeed, and more of these bombs are coming in, damaging all these units, but he's trying to get a banger online, but the land factory is now in the production as they go. The bombers are going for the Tech 2 mass extractors, so very good choice of Mikked going after the mass extractors, but now a banger has come online though, so he will be able to deal quite a lot of damage unless the bombers will be able to go after the banger. But the banger is doing quite a good job now, having already 2 kills on its kill ratio. if that's what the name of it is called. I'm a little bit unsure. As always, English is not my native language, as you might hear from my dialect. And I think Garl once said he thought it was from Poland. I'm not sure if I should take that as a compliment enough. I haven't been to Poland. I don't know the country or what it's like there. So I've only been Norway, Sweden, Denmark, UK, France, a few places, but yeah, not much. But now I see more units are coming in. Head over some 2 obsidians, some thistles, and auroras, and 1 fervor. Going to do quite a lot of damage here in the base, because the only bangers in the base doing quite a lot of damage to the air. But now obsidians are coming in, and I don't think this base will last much longer. So in this sense, I would say that this game is in Mikked's favor, unless Murf is now giving it a push, and if he builds a energy storage and push in now, he can do a lot of damage by overcharging these obsidians and having his units in the back doing support and doing a base trade. That could save him in the nick of time now, as Mikked is not upgraded his command yet, if I am not mistaken. Indeed, Mikked has not upgraded his commander at all, while Murf has the access to Tech 2 on his commander and nothing else. So he needs to get his butt down there into the base and just do a lot of damage here, because now asylums are rolling off the conveyor belt, and that could be the end of Murf indeed, as these obsidians are dealing quite a lot of damage here. They're trying to get rhinos off the conveyor belt, but the obsidians are dealing a heavy payload of damage into that land factory HQ, and I think this will be the end of Murf, as the Tech 2 land factory HQ goes down in a big bang, and the rest of his base will now go down, if I am not mistaken. There's nothing there to stop him, and he's trying to send a small task force of 3 Medusas and 1 Mantis, but 2 Obsidians and 1 Aurora will be more than enough to stop this. As we can see now, they are falling back. And going down here to the south, though, I'm not sure what they will try to do with that. Needs to plan, though. I'm not sure what Murf is going to do. He doesn't have the eco to do this, though. He's building very slowly indeed. He should either just reclaim and try to build, reclaim, build, or just try to do a small last final push and try to end it in a blaze of glory, as these 2 Obsidians now have finished their mission, and they are now moving back towards the base, I would assume. Not sure where they are heading, though. There's a lot. What can Mikked see, though? Can he see this? No, he cannot. He doesn't know that Murf is there, from what it looks like. Or am I mistaken? There was a missile that just was fired. The scouts probably can see it from the... Ah, there we go. Now they have access to see what they are doing. Murf is very hard pressed here, and I think this is the end of it, because now several Obsidians are coming in, though, but there's a lot of Cerberus turrets here, though, standing here firing, but that Asylum is holding all those lasers turret fire away, and now all the tanks are falling back, but not Murf himself. So that could be dangerous, but now all of these tanks are following the other tanks to Murf, because they know that if they take them out, he's the only one left, and that will not be very much of a threat then anymore. And Mikked is just relaxing in his base, taking a little bit of sip, perhaps some tea and biscuits. I gotta say, I love tea and biscuits, dipping the biscuit in the tea. But I'm digressing. Sorry, this is an insult to Murf and Mikked indeed. We're supposed to follow the game. So yeah, and now though we see that Murf is standing here, just trying to think of what he should do and how to survive this game, but in my opinion I think this will be the end of it, and one missile is just going... Well, that was a bit of an odd firing cycle, just went straight there and back again, but now we see one of the missiles are going down in here and straight for the Cerberus turret. So it's going to take out the Cerberus turret 1 missile at a time, and that might be a little bit slow, so I'm going to plus things up to speed 2 here, because that missile is a little bit slow. But this is over for Murf, if I am not mistaken. He's taking quite a lot of time trying to get rid of this nuisance, and he's trying to get factories online. He's trying to use an engineer to reclaim so he can get this factory online and build Sky Slammers, but at this point it is over. Mikked has so many units, but a fantastic push though from Murf in the beginning. Took a lot of the map here on the northern side, and as we end the final moments of this match, All of these units are now closing in as the obsidians are closing in. That's a lot of obsidians, and they're going to be able to do a whole lot of damage to Murf as the shield blinks on and off. Mikked has some power issues, it would seem, and now murf64 calls out GG as the game ends into its final death. Something, you know, some fancy words that I'm not too sure how to pronounce. Now Murf is taking a lot of obsidian fire and going well into the red, and one more salvo of those obsidian tires will take him out. And he's going well into the red now with 1600 health left and going steadily down, and taking now Aurora fire and Fervor fire, not even bothering to micro away from that. And he's going well into the red now, and at the final shot, boom! At 22 minutes and 58 seconds, murf64 has been taken out by Mikked, and fantastic game from both of them. murf64 seems to have the upper hand in the earlier stages of the game, but in the end, Mikked turned out victorious with early pushes and did some raiding here and there, so fantastic plays on both. And I'm gonna end this video here now because I'm a lazy bastard indeed. I have nothing else to say at the end here other than just keep sending me replays if you can find something, otherwise I'll have to scour the replay vault for things, and I'm not always too sure if they're very fresh or updated, or if they're very outdated, so we got that going for us, which is nice. But I'm gonna end this video here now, so thank you guys for watching this. If you liked this video, press that like button, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Oh, I have to